Hi, I know that Guard has been getting some questions about people wondering about how we made this curtain, this insulated curtain between the coach and the cab. So I'm going to just briefly tell you how we did it. It's first of all, it's held in place with magnets, earth magnets. And we got, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them across. We did start out with 5 and it fell down. It's too heavy for 5, so we had to put 4 more in there. And one magnet is double stick taped on the underside so that you don't really see it too much. And the other one is in a flap on the curtain. So it holds it real well now. It doesn't fall down. And we put one on the side to also keep it from a gap forming here where you could see through. There's 3 layers to this curtain. There is a thin black layer on the back. There is a layer of, what do you call that fabric?
Warm windows.
A layer of warm windows in here. And then this side is the pretty side. It's a shower curtain that Guard picked out that has a lighthouse on it. So the first thing I did was I measured it. And it's got a little funny spot over here where it comes down and curves around, and I didn't measure this very well. If this is the prototype, so it's not perfect. And there's a little gap here, so measure it a little bit better. And I think what happened,
Actually, you measure it right, but it's lower because you didn't put the back mounting, or it was going to be higher up.
Yeah, see this tab I sewed onto the curtain actually lowers it some. So if it had been where we thought it might be, it probably would fit better.
Yeah.
So, like I say, this is the first one, and there's issues with it, but it's still pretty good. So the first thing I did was I took the insulated fabric after I measured it and knew how I wanted to shape it and what the size was going to be. I laid the insulated fabric on top of this black, and I sewed it to the insulated fabric because I didn't want this big thing that was coming apart, and this kind of holds 2 of the layers together. And that took a lot of time though, measuring it, not measuring it so much, but laying it flat and sewing this big thing on my sewing machine it took some time and some effort. So like I say, after I did the sewing of the insulated fabric to the backing, then I laid the picture on the front, and the shower curtain was bigger than this, so I wish that I had raised the shower curtain up a little bit, the picture, so that we would have not lost so much of the bottom of the lighthouse. I would do that differently. So then I got them all sandwiched together, and around the edge I did this binding, kind of like what I did on the couch bed. I just got some bias binding and sewed it around, not very neatly, because it was really kind of awkward working with such a big project. But it's sewn, and that's what counts. And then I just hemmed the bottom. Originally, before it got hemmed, it was hanging on the floor, and it was just going to get dirty all the time by rubbing on the floor. So we hemmed it so it was about 1 inch above the floor, maybe 2 inches. And we just hooked here, let me show you where the magnets, we decided to put the magnets on the curtain, is in this channel here. There's a magnet there and the magnet there, and they match up with the magnets on the bottom of this cabinet here. And that's how we do it.
Yeah, take the whole thing down and show how it comes down and back up.
Okay. Comes down pretty easily. Make sure you put enough magnets up there. So there's the cab. Here's a curtain. It folds up. It's kind of large when it's folded up because it's kind of heavy too. We haven't weighed it, but it's got some weight to it.
Yeah, that warm curtain product in there is like 4 layers thick. So that whole panel that she's got there is actually about 6 layers of material.
Yeah.
It's got
A lot to it.
It's got a shower curtain. It's got cloth. It's got insulation. It's got solar thermal insulation. More insulation, cloth, and then the black cloth.
The black cloth is rather lightweight.
Yeah.
That's one thing we could control. Didn't get heavy fabric for the lining. And the shower curtain's kind of light.
Mm-hmm. And you just hook it after, you slowly put the maggots back up because it'll smack back up there.
Oh yeah, it'll hang itself. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Look, that's pretty cool. And it looks good. I like it. Like I say, it's not perfect by any means, but it works. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a long time before I make a second one for him.
And then from the view from the inside of the cab, it's just a black panel.
Let's see. How does it look? I haven't even.
So when you have it parked somewhere, if I have this silver screen in the windshield and the windows on the side are not covered, people look at it and they can just see a black panel there. It doesn't show an RV back inside there, so it kind of makes it a little bit stealthier looking. But I do have dark tint windows on the doors. So, I mean, it's pretty dark in there. So I cover my screen up. So that's what it would look like if you looked in the window. So there's our shower curtain / privacy / thermal curtain. Thanks for watching. If you got any questions, just leave a comment, and appreciate it. Be safe, take care, and hopefully we'll be on the road traveling again soon. Bye.